Hello and welcome to MyScience Tutorials. In today's video, we are going to explore how useful the inbuilt calculator of our laptops or desktop computers are, but we probably never knew. Before we begin, if you are new to MyScience Tutorial, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell so that you do not miss any of our useful tips for studies as a student from us. Alright, so let's begin. So like I said, this video I'm going to explain how useful the inbuilt calculator of your machine is. So there are some times that you want to do certain calculations and you need scientific calculator, or you want to plot a graph, or you want to do some conversion, and probably you don't have access to internet connection and you don't know how to do this conversion or how to plot a graph. Okay, so how can you do this without having an internet connectivity? And that is what we are going to explore in today's video. So if you have your machine, your desktop or your laptop, all you have to do is come to your start menu. Okay, then from there you scroll down and then you select your calculator. Okay, so once you launch your calculator and it is open, okay, this is how it's going to appear first for you. Okay, so your calculator will be set to what? Standard, and this is how it's going to look like. Now you've probably used the calculator in the standard form before. Let's say you want to do some basic addition, so 7 plus 8, and that is going to give you your result, which is 15. But do you know that there are other functionalities of this calculator besides just the normal addition or the normal algebra that we do? That is the purpose of this tutorial. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you other uses of this simple calculator that you probably never knew. So first of all, what you want to do is to come to this button over here. You click it. Now if you click it, you can see there are a lot of options over here. So let's take a look at the options one by one. So under the calculator option, we have the standard, then we have the scientific, we have graphing, programmer, and then data collection. Under converter, we have currency, volume, length, and then etc. So what it means is that we can use this calculator as a scientific calculator. We can use this calculator to plot graphs. We can use this calculator to do date calculation. We can use this calculator to convert currency, volume, length, mass and weight, temperature, energy, and a whole lot of other uses. Okay, so let me take you through one by one. So for instance, if I come to scientific over here, what it means is that I can use this calculator as a scientific calculator. So I want to find the value of what? Log 10 base 10. Okay, so now unlike your normal scientific calculator that you use, this is a bit tricky. So you need to know how to input the value. So for instance, if I click on the second over here, I have the option log base yx over here. Okay, so I can use this to find log in a particular base raised to a particular number. Now what you want to do is, first of all, you need to input your x value before you click on this function. What I mean by that is, we know that log in base 10 is equal to 1, but let's look at this. If I input, let me clear this. If I click on this first and I input 10 and I press equal to, it's going to give me an invalid input. That is because what? I did not input this correctly. So all I need to do is what? First of all, I need to input my x value. So I input 10, then I now press this. So it has given me 10 log base. So I now need to input the base. Okay, so the base now is what? 10. Then I press equal to, and the answer is 1. And that is true because what? Log 10 base 10 is equal to 1. Now let me input this. If I want to input, let's say, log 100 base 10, let me put it that way. So log 100 base 10. Okay, so all I need to do is to input the 100 first. So I have 100, then I press the log. Okay, so that is what? 100 log base. Now I need to input the base. The base is what? 10. So if I press equal to, it's going to give me 2, and I know that what? Log 100 base 10 is indeed 2. Okay, so for instance, if I want to have the square root of 4, I need to input the 4 first before I press this sign, and that will give me the answer. Okay, on the other hand, if I were to press this first and I press 4, it is going to give me some wrong figure, which I know is definitely not the answer. So first of all, what you need to do is to input the x value before you click on any of the functionalities over here. So for instance, if I want to make it 7 square, I have to press 7 before I square it over here, and I have what? 49. Okay, so with this said, let's move to the other use of this calculator. So we want to come to the graphing method. Now when you open the graph aspect of this calculator, depending on the theme of your desktop at the moment, your graphing calculator may look a little bit different, but you can change this. So for instance, I am using a black theme, so it appears like this, but you can change the color over here. So if you press always light, it's going to give you a white graph, but if you say you should match the app theme, that is going to give you a black one over here. So let's go with the white for now. Okay, so I want to plot a graph. Let's say so one thing you need to know is that you need to input the whole function into the calculator for you to get a graph. Okay, what I mean by that is I have a graph. Let's say y is equal to, then what I need to do, maybe it's a ratio. Okay, it's a ratio, so I need to press this, then I come back, then I clear this side. Okay, so then I put into bracket. I need to separate them by bracket. So let's say I have s squared. Okay, so let me put it this way. It's going to be, let's say, 5 squared, then plus 4, then I close the bracket, then I come to the other side, then I open bracket. Let's say 7x plus 5, then I close the bracket, then I press enter. Okay, so this is how the function is going to look like. Okay, so or this is the function that I have, and that is how you input it. So this is the graph over here. Okay, so you can zoom in and you can zoom out. This is how your graph is expected to look like. Okay, so you can use this option to zoom in, you can use this option to zoom out. If you don't like the color, okay, the blue over here, you can come here, okay, and then you can change the color of the line of the graph. Okay, you can change it to any color at all that best suits you. Okay, and even if you don't like it and you want it to be, let's say, light blue on a black theme, you can also do that. So you can use this and you have your graph appearing like this. So let's say, for instance, you want to input another function and plot that graph as well. You can either hide this, okay, and then input that one over here, or you can still allow this to show and then you input your second graph. So let's say I want to input a straight line graph in this case. So I have y is equal to, let's say, 5x minus 3. That is the function I want to plot. So I just click on the enter, and this is the line that I have. This is the straight line graph representing this function. As you can see, the color depicts the line over here. So the blue is for these two curves, and then the green is for this one. If I don't like the green, I can always change the color to maybe white or to yellow or to any color at all that I desire. Okay, so that is how you input your functions and you get your graph. So you can use it for any function at all and you are going to get your value. Just make sure you know how to do the how to input your data. Okay, so make sure you input the whole function and then you will always get your graph. Like I said, you can always make it light if you like. Okay, you can always make it light, and then you can always change the color of your graph to match your taste or what you desire. Okay, so that is how you use the graphing calculator on your machine. Okay, so if we come here, we can come to this calculation. So maybe you want to know that let's say from January 2021, from 1st to let's say July 15th, how many days is going to be. So the difference between January 1st 2021 to July 15th 2021 is what, 6 months and 2 weeks. That is what, approximately 195 days. Okay, so that is how the date calculation works. And then if we come to currency, for you to be able to do the conversion of currency, you need to be online. Okay, so as at the time I'm recording this video, I'm currently offline, so I can use the currency calculator. But once you're connected, you should be able to convert from dollars to any other currency that you want, maybe from dollars to euro, from pounds to any other currency that you have out there. Okay, so for instance, I am based in Ghana, so if I want to do the conversion from US dollars to cedis, I can do that, okay, using the currency calculator over here. Okay, so now let's come to the converters. So if I want to convert volume, let's say I want to convert from cubic centimeters to liters. Okay, so I want to know how many cubic centimeters make 1 liter. So if I click here and I input 100, okay, 100 cubic centimeter, that is equal to what? 0.1 liters. And as you can see, there are other conversions over here. Okay, so we have 0.42, that is cap for US measurement, and other sort of measurements as well. So if I want to see in terms of gallons, 100 cubic centimeters in terms of gallons, this is how it's going to be. On the other hand, if you want to, let's say, convert from gallons to cubic centimeters, you can input, let's say, 100 gallons, then that will give you what? 378,541.2 cubic centimeters. So that is how the volume calculator also works. So the same way go for length. Okay, so from length you can convert from nanometers, microns, millimeters, centimeters, meters, kilometers, inch, feet, yard, miles, and nautical miles. You can do the conversion from any of these to the other. So let's say from centimeters cube to, let's say, meters. So you want to know how many centimeters make 1 meter. So for instance, you want to input 154 meters, that is going to give you 14,500 what? Centimeters. Or if you want to start from centimeters, you want to know 100 centimeters, that is going to give you what? 1 meter. Okay, so that is how the length calculator also works. So the same thing applies for weight. Over here you can convert from any of these milligrams, centigrams, decigram, gram, any of them. You can do the conversion the same way. Temperature, if you want to convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit or to Kelvin, you can also do that. So for instance, I want to convert from degrees Celsius to, let's say, Kelvin. So I input let's say 50 degrees Celsius, and that is going to give me what? 323.15 Kelvin. And as you can see at the bottom over here, I have the conversion for Fahrenheit. Okay, so it is going to give you all the 3 conversions. So let's say you want to know 150 Kelvin is going to give you what? Negative 123.15 degrees Celsius, and that is about what? Negative 189.7 Fahrenheit. Okay, so that is how the temperature also works. And then you have angle, pressure, data, power, time, all the conversions over here. So for instance, if you want to convert from horsepower, let's say horsepower to kilowatt. Okay, so you want to know how many horsepower makes a kilowatt. So let's say you have 10 horsepower, that is approximately equal to what? 7.456999 kilowatt. Okay, so you can use this calculator to do a lot of calculations and then a lot of conversions that will actually save you time. Okay, so for instance, if you are doing a calculation and you need to don't need to show work how you do the conversion, and you just need to get your answer and input into your formula and get your answer straight ahead, you can come and use this calculator and then do the conversion without you necessarily going online to know how, or watching a YouTube video to know how to convert from, let's say, horsepower to kilowatt, or how to convert temperature from Kelvin to degrees Celsius, or how to convert currency or length from, let's say, centimeters to inches or to feet. Okay, and as well, if you are a mathematics student or a science student and you plot graph a lot, make sure you make good use of this graphing part of the calculator over here. It is really simple, really awesome, and really amazing to use. So this is going to be the end of this tutorial, and I hope this tutorial was really helpful to you. And this is just something that I discovered recently and I wanted to share with you guys out there. So from now onwards, if I'm going to make any tutorial that involves me plotting graph, I will be using this simple calculator to plot the graph and to make tutorials in the future. So Thank you so much for watching, and if you find this tutorial helpful, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell so that you don't miss any tutorial from us. Okay, until I see you again, stay safe, and then bye bye. Thank you.